Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Sims 3 speed build. If you're new here and you're like the content that you see, go ahead and subscribe and like the video. All that will help YouTube to get more videos of mine out, and of course get my channel out as well to others. So today we are originally working on anyway, a house that I was planning on having for the world that I was creating, Stone Ridge Valley. However, it wasn't really looking like the way I wanted it to look. Style wise, in a way, it kind of was going in the direction that I wanted it to go, but it actually kind of started to go a little bit more like the style that you would see maybe in a more desert type of setting. And it just, I don't know, maybe even a little bit more too modern or up to date, I guess you could say. It wasn't really matching what I had going on in the world. So I didn't really want to scrap the house. It is a house that I did enjoy and I did like the way it turned out. I put a screenshot on my community page of the YouTube channel and kind of showcased or posted about the house then, and I've also put, on my Patreon page, I also had it for early download, so this house has been done for a while. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. It just doesn't fit, I guess, the look of the world. So I just went ahead and I ended up moving it. You'll see eventually somewhere in the video. I think it'll be after I get like the windows and the siding. There's not really siding. I think I use stucco, I believe, for the house instead of brick or anything like that. So eventually it will be moved to a different setting. I end up moving it to Monte Vista, I believe is the name of the world. It's in no, I don't think that one's World Adventures. Now I can't keep the pack straight now, but I think it was Monte Vista that the world that I ended up putting it in. I can't remember which pack all of a sudden that one is in. Unfortunately, I did not buy these packs when they first came out. The packs, everything was already out by the time I was actually getting into The Sims. I've never played Sims 2 or any of those. In fact, I never heard of The Sims until all the packs and everything was already out for Sims 3. So yeah, it wasn't, so I didn't exactly get the packs as they were coming out, so I don't remember. Unfortunately, I'm not very good at remembering what pack or what items came from which pack or what world is from which pack. But yeah, that is the world that I put it in, was Monte Vista. You'll see it, like I said, eventually, and you'll probably recognize it once I changed locations. So the location originally that I was building this lot on in Stone Ridge Valley was at 16 Rock Junction. That was the main drive, or one of the main roads in town. It's the same road that has the hospital on. So I mean, you could still potentially, if you wanted to, it's still on the same, well, now that I think about it, maybe it's not on the same size of lot. Since I moved it to a new world, I think it ended up getting put on to a bigger lot, now that I think about it, because the lot sizes in my world, I can't exactly say that they're common sizes or anything like that. I just kind of like put lots in where I wanted them and the size that looked good. I really didn't pay a whole lot of attention to their sizes, to be honest. So, but anyway, the lot actually ends up being 40 by 36, I believe, is the lot size that I ended up putting it on in the other world. So yeah, that's the size that it's going to be. I unfortunately never wrote down how much this would cost your Sims, but I can tell you it's definitely not a starter home. I don't even think you could have one or two or have 2 or 3 Sims as a starter home. I think this would be a home more or less for an established family that has been around and have a good job and has been working there a while and have saved up, the money to move in. So this house definitely is fully furnished and is more of maybe the next stage of life type of house, I guess you could say. It's also kind of set up a little bit, the floor plan, I guess you could say, is set up a little bit different than my typical floor plans. Because originally when I was building and designing this house, I was trying to make it look like it was maybe more than one apartment or more than one home. I'm not sure really what they would have called their flats back then, but they were all pretty much living on top of each other for the most part. Like you'd have a family down below, maybe even a couple of families on the first floor and, on the second floor, and they'd be kind of attached and kind of not attached the building. So I was kind of trying to go in that type of look, I guess you could say, to make it look more like a complex of some sort. So the layout is a little bit different. There is a section of the house, the rooms. I do not end up furnishing it. It's above eventually I end up putting the bedroom down below, and there is a third floor that I end up not furnishing. You could use it if you would like, just add, you could probably even put a spiral staircase in, or you could do a ladder or something up to it and utilize that space, but in the build I did not. So but yeah, it is set up a little bit different. Your Sims will have to go outside and walk across the balcony or something like that in order to get to the bathroom. I do put like an artist studio in the one side. I believe I put that, it's been so long since I built the house and I can't remember exactly where I put them. I believe the artist studio is on the top floor of the extension on the side there that has the balcony, the smaller section. That section I believe has the artist studio on the top, and then the bottom floor I believe is the bathroom. And then on the other part of the house, on the main floor is the kitchen, a little eating area, and a living room, and then the whole second floor is the bedroom. So once I decided that I was going to change the way it looked, I ended up furnishing the inside of the house completely different. So I even changed some of the exterior lights, because originally I did put in like candle lights on the outside of the house. But when I moved it and decided that we were going to go with a different look, I do end up changing quite a bit of the house and went with a different look. So the lights get changed out to more updated modern ones, and the interior decorating, of course, goes more up to date. I don't know if I would really say it's too modern, but it's, I try to keep it to look like the style of the house. We'll just put it that way. So, but here I am trying to put lights in, fighting with the terrible lighting of Sims 3. I know there's mods out there that will fix these issues and make it look better, but I try my best to make the looks of the lighting to look as good as I can without those mods, because I know most people don't have those mods, and I would like it if they put in the house and it would look like it does in the pictures. I'd hate to take pictures of it with these lighting mods and stuff like that makes everything look so much nicer, only for you guys to download it and it doesn't look the same. So here is after I have moved it to I believe Monte Vista, I believe is the town I put it in, and I think it fits this world a whole lot better. This is definitely the style that the house was going, with the stucco and stone and stuff for the walls and the coloring and just everything about it. This is how it looked, and as you can see with the grid, that it is a larger lot, a little bit larger than the one it was originally on, and I do end up extending it. I was originally thinking about just leaving it go and not do anything, not make it any bigger, but then as you can see, I did end up changing that, and I ended up making the fence there pretty much wrap around the whole entire property. So I kind of gave your Sims a little bit more, space there to do as they would like. So Now, the one thing I noticed when I was doing this build, I really like this wallpaper, this stucco, but the one thing I noticed is it's very uneven, I guess you could say, as in the color. So the coloring is exactly the same. I moved the coloring from one piece to another. So like you got your side pieces that have like a brick corner, and then you got the pieces that are just a solid stucco. For whatever reason, you'll notice throughout the build that some seem darker than other sections. I don't, that's one thing I don't understand about this one. For whatever reason, the color palette did not go over exactly the same. You can kind of see it right here, how some of them are a little bit darker, and I'm just trying whatever I can to try to fix the issue. I think I probably spent a lot longer on that than I probably should have, which because it ends up making the video longer than it probably should be. But when I'm doing a full-blown house build and to this size and it's fully decorated and fully furnished, unfortunately I am just a slow builder and I don't want to speed the video up too much, because I don't want to make anyone motion sick. I mean, I gotta sit here and look at the video while I do the voiceover, so I don't really want to, mess with my eyes, and so I try to do what I can, to keep that from happening for my viewers as well. So I'm just trying to get some of the landscaping done here, and I really liked, I don't know what it was about these bushes, but it just really seemed to fit this house. Same with the palm trees. I don't know if this world really has palm trees, to be honest, but it really fit, I thought, this house. The palm trees did, and those bushes I thought did. So that's why I chose those, even though I don't really know if I didn't pay much attention, I guess you could say, to the trees that were already in the existing world. So the trees may not so much match this world if you were to want to use it and put it in this world for yourself. You might have to change out the trees and put something else in, because it does, by the looks of it, from what I can see, the world uses a lot of other trees that I would think would be more in a setting that had a lot more water, while Monte Vista to me comes across as a world that doesn't get a lot of rain. So they're not really trees that I would think would be in a world setting as this. So, but yeah, here I am just changing out the lights. Oh my gosh, the lighting. I don't know what it was about this build, but I fought more with the lighting of this build than I think I have ever fought with any other house that I've ever built. Like, it was a headache. We'll just put it that way. It was frustrating at times. And like I was going through so many different lights, and it's like some of them would light up good and others didn't. And I kind of wanted I wanted the red lights, and it was just, I don't know. The lighting was just not good for this build. So unfortunately, when you download it, you probably have the same lighting issues. It's gonna be my guess as I am having, unless you get a lighting mod that fixes that issue. Then maybe you'll get lucky and it won't do that. Unfortunately, I still don't have that mod, so I can't really test that theory on any of these houses. But I would think that it would be better than what you're seeing here. So I doubt it's going to fix the coloring issue on the stucco. I did do my best to try to, make that better. And I did try to, maybe cover up a little bit of the areas that may have been slightly off. That way, while you're going around the world or around the house, you don't see it as much. But unfortunately, it's still there. As you can see, I'm trying to figure out what the issue is. Yeah, I spent way too much time on that, and I probably shouldn't have. And maybe I should have. And I did cut a lot of it out, actually. I did stop the recorder and I did cut a lot of the changing of the colors, or the, trying to fix. I did cut a lot of that out. And as you can see, it's still a long video for, even though I cut a lot of it out. But I guess 23 minutes in a way that really isn't that bad, I guess, on time. A lot of times my videos on the builds are usually closer to 30, maybe 40 minutes. I do want to try to be better about that, because I know most viewers don't stick around and don't watch the entire video. I mean, if you're one of them that sits here and watches the whole video and listens to me just ramble on, then thank you for sticking around with me to the end. But unfortunately, I do know through the YouTube analytics that most of the time the viewers aren't sticking around for 30-40 minutes. So I do want to try to be better about that. I just don't know if I can. I'm just a slow builder, and that would require me doing a lot of editing, a lot of cutting out. It had to be one of those things where I didn't show everything. Like, I wouldn't show me going, picking the patterns, and maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should just cut a lot of that out, cut out where I'm choosing the patterns, and maybe already have the wall colors done before going in. I don't know. I mean, there's probably things that I could probably cut out and maybe not show in the video, but I do know there's quite a few of you that you do like to see the full building process. So it's just a matter of finding, compromising and finding that, I guess you could say, the happy medium in the middle there, and just try, just do what I can, I guess, to try to keep the video from being too super long. Like this one, it took me probably 3.5-4 hours to build this house. And I managed to get it down to a speed build of 23 minutes. So, I mean, even with this one, I managed to cut enough out and get it at a decent speed to where it still wasn't too super long. But I'm sure I could probably find ways to try to get it better. It'd be a matter of me remembering to stop the recorder it'd just be easier if I could stop the recorder every time before I went in to create a style and did this or did that. I would just make it easier versus trying to go through that long of footage. I mean, 3.5-4 hours of footage, that's a lot of footage there to have to go through and find all of the areas that needed to be cut out and deleted. So I guess it's possible. I'll just have to see what I can do to try to make my videos a lot shorter. So here is the downstairs, like I was telling you, that's got a small seating area for your Sims to eat their food, and a small little kitchen, kind of like a galley style type of kitchen in a way, and then a small little living room area. The setup, like I said, of the house is a little odd, but it works. I think it would work. Sims, honestly, they don't really care so much if they got to go outside to go to the bathroom. Like, really, they don't really complain. It's more or less just us complaining that it takes them so long to get from one place to the other. But the house still isn't really all that big, so it shouldn't take them too long, I wouldn't think. And the bathroom isn't too far away from the bedroom, so when your Sims get up and have to hit that restroom real quick, it shouldn't take them too super long to get there. So, like I said, I think it does work, and I don't think it looks all that bad. I think I did pretty good keeping it to the style of the house for the most part, and trying to keep the same style and everything. So here I am, just trying to get a little bit of miscellaneous decorating. I do have mods that move, curtains and cabinets and objects and stuff around. If you're ever interested in any of the mods that I do use in my Sims 3 game, I do have them all listed at my website at www.PolarBearSims.com. You'll have to go there. That will show every mod that I use in my game. Some of my mods are for building purposes, But majority of the mods that I have is for gameplay, and even some of it is to fix some of the stuff that I find a little irritating, or maybe even fix some of the bugs or other like issues with the game. So check out that page. When you get there, all you gotta do is go to the column for The Sims 3, and then there'll be a section that says mods that I use. That will be where every mod that I have in my game. And I even put little notes, like sometimes I either stop using the mod, or maybe it's a really big one and I only use a section of it. I'll put in there what part of the mod that I do use. So it is quite a helpful page to go to and look for, you know, any new mods that maybe you never heard of. So anyway, here is working. This is the area I said that has the bathroom and the artist studio, I guess you could say it is. The artist studio is on the upper floor, and the bathroom I put downstairs. So, and then this room above, this is the bedroom. So it is only one bedroom. You could definitely, I mean, there's plenty of room to, you know, you could probably change a little bit of this upstairs if you would like. And like I said, the section above this bedroom is completely empty. You could easily put either a spiral staircase or a ladder or something, move some stuff around, and you could utilize that, you know, that space up there, and maybe put a nursery or a young kids room. I mean, unfortunately they'd have to go through the master bedroom every time, but even that could probably be even changed in a, you know, done a little bit differently. So, you know, change the house however you need to suit your Sims and your gameplay. Because I do think the outside of this house actually turned out, I think, pretty nice. I wasn't sure. It definitely did not turn out the way I originally was planning. It ends up not going to be for the world that I was planning it for, but I do think it works, and it'll definitely work in this type of world setting for sure. So, but yeah, there's not a whole lot left of the world, and now that I think about it, I think the building portion of the bathroom and artist studio, I think I may have accidentally deleted or cut out, because looking at my video recording here, I'm noticing that it's not there. So I'm not really sure what happened, but you'll see in the video or the pictures here, you'll see the artist studio and the bathroom then. So, you know, just stop the video when we get to those, you know, the overhead shots, and you'll be able to see how those are arranged and set up. So, again, here's the end of the video. Thank you for sticking around if you stuck around to the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe to help out my channel, and I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.